This video provides a simple overview of how to prepare and submit a Determination of Eligibility, or DOE, to the Maryland Historical Trust as part of the Section 106 review process. Section 106 requires agencies to consider how their projects may affect historic properties. To determine if a property is historic, it is evaluated using the National Register criteria, which consider whether a property is significant for its association with important events, people, architecture, or its potential to provide important information. A DOE documents this analysis and provides MHT with the information needed to review the property's eligibility. The DOE process in Maryland follows four main steps. First, request the assignment of Maryland Inventory of Historic Properties numbers and the establishment of a Microsoft Teams channel for the project. Second, prepare the DOE form. Third, upload survey documentation. And fourth, submit project correspondence through the E106 system. Now, let's get started. Contact MHT's Architectural Inventory Registrar. If the properties do not already have MIHP numbers, you will need to request them by providing basic location and mapping information. At this stage, MHT will also create a Microsoft Teams channel for your project, which is used to share survey documentation. Let's look at the DOE form. It is prepared using the MHT Word template. The first page includes basic property and project information along with the preparer's recommendation. This section summarizes the eligibility determination and must be supported by the narrative that follows. This page includes sections 1 through 6, which identify the property, document its location and ownership, and classify the resource by type, function, and status. Section 7 provides a description of the property as it exists today. Next, Section 8 identifies the property's areas and periods of significance and includes the narrative discussion supporting the evaluation. Section 9 lists the sources used to prepare the evaluation. These sections define the property boundaries and identify the preparer. Figures and drawings are optional. When included, they must be clearly labeled. If figures are not provided, this page should be deleted. Include a map locating the property on the USGS topographic quadrangle and a parcel map showing the exact boundary of the surveyed area. The photo log documents each image included in the form. Photographs must be embedded and clearly labeled. Include sufficient images to document the property, generally no more than 20, showing elevations, setting, and character-defining features. Now that you have an overview of the DOE form, we will highlight key considerations for preparing a complete and effective DOE. The determination section appears first and is the most critical part of the DOE. This section applies the National Register criteria and considers whether the property retains sufficient integrity. It must clearly state whether the property is eligible or not eligible, and identify the applicable criteria and any relevant considerations. In Section 7, remember to provide a complete description of the property as it exists today, including form, materials, condition, and setting. The significance narrative should situate the property's history within relevant historic contexts and themes. Incorporate the chain of title to document patterns of ownership and development, and be supported by primary and secondary sources. All supporting materials must be embedded directly in the DOE form, including maps, figures, photographs, and the photo log. To add images to the DOE, click the image icon in the document to open the Insert Pictures menu. Then select From a File to upload your images. After inserting an image, right-click and select View Alt Text. Enter a clear description of what is shown. Images in the DOE should not be marked as decorative. Use the plus symbol to insert additional images or figures within the document. Digital images must meet MHT standards for format, resolution, and file naming. Refer to Appendix B of the Standards and Guidelines for full requirements. Once the DOE documentation is complete, the next step is to upload materials and submit them for review. Upload the documentation to the project team's channel established by the Architectural Inventory Registrar. Create a folder for each property labeled with the MIHP number. Include the completed DOE form and the corresponding digital photograph files. The team's channel is used only to share survey documentation. After uploading DOE materials to the team's channel, submit all Section 106 consultation materials and correspondence through MHT's E106 project submission portal. Upon receipt, MHT review staff will access the corresponding DOE materials in Teams and review them as part of the overall Section 106 process. We hope this video has been helpful. For additional guidance, please consult MHT's website or contact your MHT reviewer. Thank you for watching.